We are currently in Chinatown and we are getting on the MRT to go explore Little India today. I am most excited to eat a bunch of naan, and it wasn't raining, but now it's pouring rain, so sad. We made it!
We've made it to the heart of Little India. After riding on the train for just 10 minutes, you can completely tell that the culture is different. Everything is in a language that we haven't seen yet, and just there's so many people around. It is a Sunday. It is very busy out here on the main street. This is one of the temples here in Little India. It looks like it's currently closed, so we can't go in, but it is very popular. A lot of people are taking pictures of it, and we got to know that this is dedicated to one of the goddesses.
As soon as we stepped off the MRT in Little India, it completely felt like we were in a totally different country. The culture was different, the people were different, the food is different. It is just so crazy, and you can just see the traditions are different. There is Hindu temples and the women are dressed in saris and everyone is hanging out in the streets, and now we are eating some delicious Indian food.
We got this one right here. I am ready to eat this food. It just arrived just a few minutes after we ordered it. It is all vegetarian. We got the biryani rice. We have, what else do we have? I have the gravy, chapati, a lot of things I can't pronounce, and it looks delicious. First step is to just take a bite of rice. A ton of spices in there, peas, carrots. We could have gone with the plain rice, but we went with the biryani rice. I'm so happy we made that decision.
I am so excited to try all of this. It looks delicious. I'm gonna start out with the chapati. I'm gonna dip it in this green stuff right here. This is really good. This kind of tastes like beans mashed up and then with a lot of spices in it. I'm not sure what makes it green, but it is delicious. I don't know what kind of vegetable this is, but I'm gonna dip it in this green stuff that came with our chapati. Oh, I don't know what this is, but it is delicious. It almost tastes like chicken, but I know it's not because it's a vegetarian place. The crust on it is so good.
This is what we ordered, and so we'll have all of this in our meal. We're not exactly sure which one is related to any of these, but we'll try them all and hopefully you'll know.
We're honestly just kind of mixing and matching. Sometimes I'll take a little bit of the beans, dip it in the rice. I will say, this coconut one is my least favorite, but every other one is delicious.
So we got the rice, it's really, really good. We have this sauce, what is it? It's like...
It tastes like beans.
Tastes like beans, but then this one also kind of looks like beans.
That one has a chickpea in it for sure.
Yeah, and then this one is like really sweet. Jenny said it was like kind of like coconut milk. And this is my favorite. I don't know, it's like fried.
I think it's cauliflower.
And then this is the sauce that we got with the chapati right here. I mean, it's all really good. I found my favorite way to have this meal. So you take a little piece of the chapati, small enough so that you can get it all in one bite. You start with this, make sure you spread that out, and then you go with the rice. And then you move on to what we think are chickpeas mixed with other ingredients. And then you get a little bit of the sauce, put it there right on top.
It's like an Indian taco. Seems about right. Lots and lots of rain. That food was so delicious. We are walking around the streets of Little India and it is just so crazy. I have never experienced something like this before, where I take the MRT or a train like 1 or 2 stops and then feel like I'm totally immersed in a totally different culture here. Like, all of the things that I'm seeing is just so crazy. Like, I honestly feel like we're in India right now. There's like henna tattoo shops all over. All the women are dressed in saris. They're playing Indian music. Like, It's just, and there's Indian food everywhere. Like, I honestly feel like if you just plopped me here, I would think that we were in India. There is some workout equipment right here in the middle of the city if you want to get a quick workout in while you're walking around.
We came to this little area that has all of these really cool signs that tell us the history of Little India. So everything that we've been reading, it appears that this place was originally settled by Chinese people, which makes up a large majority of the people here in Singapore. And then Indians started to come over here because there were good working opportunities. And so many people settled on this place because of all the public works that was going on at the time. And so then they just started building a ton of housing here, and this is where the Indian people settled.
It is so fascinating learning the history about Little India. It is such a vibrant place. It is a little bit chaotic on a weekend, but it is just so fun seeing all the people rushing around, going to restaurants. Also, I noticed that there was a lot of post office that like advertised send here straight to the doorstep in India. So they must have a lot of their families back in India actually, and they're sending stuff to them. But we're reading these signs, and this is really interesting because as Jacob and I were walking along the streets, we noticed that there was a lot of jewelry shops, and we were like, oh my gosh, there's so many jewelry shops. And this says one of the original trades of the Indian people that settled here was gold makers.
The sign said, in Indian and Hindu tradition, it is very common to have gold in your family heirlooms that you pass on to the next generation. It is so cool that they opened up this plaza. This sign behind me says that they just opened up a few years ago with all of these different signs.
It looks like there is a mall right here, Tekka Place, next to Heritage Plaza, so we're gonna walk in and see what's in there.
Well, we know there's a Starbucks, but we'll go in the main entrance and see what else is here. It looks like this used to be the former Tekka market, which is so interesting because we went to the Tekka market place to go eat. They were selling fresh meat and vegetables, which is what they sold at this location just like a couple decades ago. And now they have a really fancy mall.
There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 buses all stopping here. That's crazy.
I just saw that there might be a place to hang out on the rooftop. Well, this is kind of cool. There's a climbing gym right in the mall. It doesn't look huge, but really cool.
These saris are so beautiful. I just love all of the different colors they are. Looks like you can get your Indian visa and passports right here, just in this little mall. Oh my goodness, these are so beautiful. They're gorgeous. They just have these like work booths where you pay to work in this little tiny box, and then when you leave, you pay. Not honestly sure why you would want to work in one of these little boxes, but it might be nice if you need to take like a work phone call and the mall is really busy and loud. Might be kind of convenient.
We've been walking around trying to find this rooftop for a long time. I don't know if we have access to it, but we're gonna go look at this little map that I saw earlier, try to figure it out.
Jacob is on a hunt for the rooftop.
We're now in the basement, but I think we are getting closer somehow. Whoa! We made it to something. We made it outside.
Anytime you have the chance to go to any rooftop in Singapore, you just have to do it because you get amazing views of everything below and on your level. It's awesome.
I know we're just in a parking garage, but this is pretty cool. If the spot is occupied, it's a red light, and if it's open, it's a green light. We made it to the Indian Heritage Center.
Looks like a really cool building.
I don't know if we have to pay. The Indian Heritage Center has a ton of information about Indians in Singapore. It is free admission for Singaporeans, but it is $8 per person for adults. So we're not gonna go in there. We've already been spending quite a bit of money in Singapore. I'm sure it's very, very cool, but it would be nice if it was free, but oh well. We're on the busy street again. Just gotta find somewhere to walk. We're here at Tekka Center. It is one of the main places to spend your time. There are a ton of restaurants, a lot of shops, and this is actually where we sat down on like our second or third day in Singapore, and we had a meal here. It was absolutely delicious, and if you want to check out that video, it'll be right here for you to click on. We went to as many hawker centers as our stomachs could handle, and it was a fantastic video. Thank you so much for watching this one, and we'll see you in the next one.